dear. Oh, sweetie. Love cemetery cats. Cemetery cats are the best, huh? I'd hang out at a cemetery if I was a cat. Yes. Aww. In Tower Cafe in Sacramento, California, and Tower Cafe is it's a destination. Like pretty much, if you visit Sacramento, people will tell you to go to Tower Cafe. They're known for their decor, which this place is amazing. It's beautiful. They have an incredible patio area. Outdoor seating, so you can sit out there. I chose to sit in here for a different reason, and I'll tell you in a little bit. But they're also known for their custard-soaked French toast. And it's more amazing than it even looks. It's incredible. And I come here every once in a while because I just need the French toast. So, welcome. Tower Cafe opened in 1990. They boast a huge variety of delicious desserts made every day from scratch in their on-site bakery. Their food menu is globally inspired and pretty much has something for everyone. This large open area is where the pharmacy used to be. The smaller room towards the back of the restaurant is roughly where the records were sold. And I brought my friend with me, my friend Diane, that I've known for a very long time, one of my best friends. And when I told her that I wanted to do a story on the origins of Tower Records, she volunteered to help me with this. So she's done a lot of work on this story, and here's Diane. So you did a lot more research on Russ's father, Clayton, and so like what about him was so interesting to you?
I was really interested in him. He went by the name Saul Solomon, and he seemed to be quite a character. He liked to joke around. He was very smart, very ambitious. He went to UC Berkeley, the School of Pharmacy, became a pharmacist, and he started out managing drugstores around California. He was in Los Angeles and Fresno, I believe, and they moved here to manage a pharmacy on K Street. And he has a lot of interesting things that happened to him. He seemed to be, I don't know if he was accident prone or reckless in some ways, but he had an incident where he was crossing a train track near school when he was going to UC Berkeley, and he claims that the railroad crossing signal wasn't working. They called it a zigzag, which is interesting to me. And so he didn't realize the train was coming until it was too late. So he tried to speed up and go across the tracks before the train came, but his car wouldn't accelerate enough. So he ended up having to jump out of the car, and the train demolished his car.
Oh my God.
His car was completely destroyed, and he barely survived that. He was able to jump out of the car. He really was the inspiration for everything. He seemed to be always coming up with new ideas. He was very creative and fun, and he was just really personable. Everybody liked him.
The Tower Pharmacy was actually only on this side, and then this was like an empty space, and Clayton wanted to expand, so he took the wall out, but he also had a jukebox, and so he would change the records out in the jukebox eventually, and so he had all these extra records, and he thought, okay, what if I sell them? And so he started selling them, and it took off. And then he thought, okay, if I could sell used records, I could sell new records. So they went to San Francisco, bought a bunch of records, and then started selling them.
nice day.
Thank you. You too. It's hard to see through the trees, but this is the Tower Theater building. It's located on the corner of Broadway and 16th. Tower Theater was built in 1938 and is the oldest continuously operating movie palace in Sacramento. The building has various other spaces that have housed restaurants, cigar shop, and of course Tower Drugstore. When record sales took off at the drugstore, Russ asked his father if he could be in charge of sales. His father said, "Why don't you buy the record business from me and run everything yourself?" Russ agreed and eventually moved his business across the street. But sales slowed down. Rock and roll wasn't a thing yet, and so Russ ended up having to close up shop. He was drafted. This was the beginning of the war. And when it ended, Russ returned to Sacramento. He borrowed $5,000 to try selling records again. In 1960, with the money his father loaned him, Russ opened the very first standalone Tower Records at Watt Avenue. And we'll visit that location in a minute. Yep. I wanted to stop by this location, even though this isn't one of the very first. I mean, I can't remember exactly when it opened. I believe it was early 70s, so it wasn't much longer after Watt Avenue and Broadway, but we're on K Street in Sacramento, and I remember coming here as a child. My mom used to bring me here. This was a Tower Records location from early 70s to 1990. That's when it closed. And what's important about this location is this mural. It was designed by the artist Frank Carson. And Frank Carson was the one who did a lot of the designs for the Tower Records calendars. If you remember the old Tower Records, when you would go in, they had long calendars that had, the entire year on one sheet. And so over the years, this mural had deteriorated. They never got rid of it, but it wasn't cared for until I think it was about 2000. I'll have to look on the year, but a lot of local artists came together and they restored this mural.
Yeah, my memories of K Street are more as a teen.
Yeah.
But we spent a lot of time here.
All right, now we're at the Watt Avenue location. This is the very first standalone Tower Records location, and now it is very different. I'll show you what I mean. So it is now a Goodwill. I think everything eventually turns into a Spirit Halloween store or a Goodwill.
Ooh, swimsuits.
It's that season.
Right?
Okay, and I don't remember exactly where this sign was, but they have Tower Records sign.
Is that Hawaii?
So I believe these are all the locations of where all the Tower Records were. Yeah, because they have like San Francisco, LA. Yeah, they have one in Hawaii. They had Taiwan, Argentina. They even had one, get this, in the basement of Trump Tower in New York. So Tower was there, and once in a while they would have musical artists come out, and they had set up right here on a flatbed trailer. Metallica played in the parking lot for Metallica. And also Buck Owens has played here. I believe he played inside. But Towers would do that once in a while. They would have artists come out and play or sign or whatever. So yeah, I grew up in this area, so this is my childhood Tower location. And I used to love going to Tower Books and Tower Records, and I do remember Tower posters. I think I got an Andy Gibb poster.
No.
Yeah. Yep. I was a big Andy Gibb fan. He was my first crush. That's how old I am.
Yeah,
So.
I was Sean Cassidy.
Oh, yeah, Sean Cassidy he was a good one too. Thank you all for nerding out with me. Thank you, Diane, for all your hard work. Before I close this video, I wanted to make one last stop. Here we are at the Home of Peace. This is the Jewish cemetery in Sacramento, California. It's a nice one. I've never been to this. I've been to the one across the street, but not the Jewish section, so this is a first for me. Oh, look at that. Look at a little kitty. Hi, buddy. Oh, sweetheart. Are you a friendly kitty? Hey. Hello, dear. Oh, sweetie. Love cemetery cats. Cemetery cats are the best, huh? I'd hang out at a cemetery if I was a cat. Yes. Aww. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly where to look, but I looked online at Solomon's Find a Grave entry. There are no pictures of his actual grave, but then I looked at his his wife, and hers looks like it's inside. So, can I get in here? I'm not sure. Okay, no. Was this the main entrance? Maybe the cat is leading the way. The cat's like, it's right here, dummy. Let me see if this is open. Home of Peace, this building. Oh no, it might be locked. Oop, no, it's not locked. Sweet. Okay. So, we're looking for Solomon. Solomon. Let me see. Oh, wow. Okay. There's Annette and there's Clayton. Well, that was easy. Thanks, kitty. Thank you. Aw, she showed me exactly where it was. So this is where Clayton Solomon is buried. So Clayton is the dad of Russ Solomon, and Clayton is the one who had the pharmacy and was very supportive of his son when he wanted to take over the record sales and begin Tower Records. He loaned his son the $5,000 to get the business going again after Russ had gone off to war and then came back home. And all the different stories that my friend Diane found during her research of this story, it made both of us, kind of have an appreciation for Clayton in this whole story. So I wanted to pay my respects. Russ does not have a grave that I can visit, but I saw that Clayton did. There's his wife. And so I wanted to come and pay my respects. And I did bring a rock. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, January 10th. That's a good day. All right, I'm gonna put this in here. If it'll stay. Oh no, is it gonna stay? Oh, it stayed. And I just see that a lot of other ones have rocks on top of them. That's why I'm leaving it here, and that I'm able to. It's not gonna get in the way or anything. But thank you, Clayton, for your part in
the creation of Tower Records and its existence. The world thanks you for the music and the support of your son. If every parent could be as supportive as you. So thank you for everything.
Thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe if you appreciate history, pop culture, true crime, and movie locations. And let me know if you have any special memories of Tower Records in the comments. And be sure to follow me on Instagram at Erin's Nerd Stuff.